Hey, Monte with Skupnos Novosjelenia, with you here again, answering questions that I get when I talk to people on the street. Now, I want to admit, this one I don't normally get from people on the street. I get more often in our meetings here where we meet. But it is, why would God put that tree in the Garden of Eden that Adam and Eve could not eat from? Now, this question is closely related to the question about evil, or what God allows. So, on the surface, it seems unreasonable that God would put a tree in the presence of his creation that they were not supposed to eat from. Others look at it and call it cruel, but they don't consider the deeper implications of free will discussion that we've addressed in other videos about where evil comes from. Now, because God created Adam and Eve with free will, it meant that they had to have the ability to either agree or disagree with what God expected of them. Otherwise, it really wasn't free will at all. There's something about free will. It demands choice. So when God instructed them not to eat from that tree, he was giving them an opportunity to exercise their free will. Would they choose to depend on God alone, or would they choose to be independent from him and follow their own will? So if the option had never been placed in front of them, would they truly have ever been given the opportunity to exercise their own free will? The clear answer is no. It would only have been a theoretical agreement because any deviation from what God wanted was not possible. The only real demonstration of free will had to come with the option to disagree. Now, as a parent, I see many parallels to raising children in this example. If I were to never place any opportunity for my children to disagree with what I instruct them to do, then how will I ever know if they're following me? Do they do it because they agree with me and respect and return the love and care that I have for them? Or is it because they have no other option? If they have no other option but to obey, then they have no free will. So I must, as a loving, caring parent, allow them the freedom to make choices that I don't agree with. Now, that does not come without warnings of the outcome of the decisions that I don't agree with, because I have the experience of a broader understanding of the world. So let's say I tell my child, don't touch that object because it will cause you pain. A wise child will know that the parent who has lovingly cared for them up to that point in their life is probably telling them what is best for them. Now, some children are not so wise and can't believe that the parent knows what's best. So these children must learn difficult lessons. Is it better that they learn the lesson, or that they never truly and fully trust the parent because the parent removes the hot object that could teach them the lesson? The lesson is either learned by trust or by experience, but without the opportunity to trust or fail, the lesson can never truly be learned at all. So we return back to the tree in the garden. God was neither cruel nor tempting by putting that tree in the garden. He was simply placing before them an opportunity to act out their trust in God by following exactly what he told them, because they understood he loved them. He had warned them what the outcome would be. They made their own choice, and by their choice lost their perfection that they were created with. Was God surprised? No, God is never surprised because he knows all things. But knowing all things does not mean deciding all things. They had a choice. They failed. The result of that failure was built into the warning. If you do this, this will happen. Because of their independence from God, It's still happening today, and we all suffer from it. But God knew that, and He already had a plan. And that's what the Bible is all about. It gives us God's detailed plan of bringing humanity back to Himself and the truth that Jesus did everything to make it possible. So if you'd like to discuss this question or other questions that relate to this, I'd be happy to sit down and talk to you about these things. If you have another question that maybe is not addressed in any of these videos, again, reach out to us. We'd love to sit down and have the chance to talk to you about an answer for your question. So you can reach us by any means that is listed in this QR code that's going to follow this video. So until the next video then, God bless you.